coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. As we near the end of September, 60% of the crop has been combined across Saskatchewan. The 2016 Swift Current Municipal Election is heating up, as a total of 18 candidates are vying for 6 spots on City Council. Another school year is underway across the province. And along with ensuring that students have all of the supplies they need for class, parents are being reminded to ensure their children's vaccinations are up to date. Thanks for joining us here today. Mild and dry conditions over the past several weeks have helped Saskatchewan producers with the annual harvest. As we near the end of September, 60% of the crop has been combined across Saskatchewan, with producers putting in long hours on the field to finish the harvest in due time. And as far as the quality of the crop for 2016, crop specialists indicate the weather has played a key factor.
For the most part, I think below average when it comes to most of the crops. I think the exception this year as far as probably at least average or even above average quality would be the canola crop, and we're also seeing some good oat crop comments out there as well for quality and yield. This year, just with the growing season we had with way too much moisture at the wrong times, especially during July when the crop is flowering and filling, we got way too much moisture for most of the province, and now we're starting to see grades come in for the cereal crops and a lot of downgrading caused by fusarium, as well as bleaching and sprouting in some cases. So definitely not what we like to see, especially when a lot of our yields are above average for most crops. And again, when it comes to the lentil crop, it's not as especially the yields are depressed, but also the grades in the lentil crops are falling in the number 2s and number 3s for the most part.
Meanwhile, hay crops performed higher this year, with many area producers achieving 2 premium cuts for the season. In the coming weeks, producers will be hoping for mild and dry conditions to finish the remaining harvest. The short-term weather forecast for the Swift Current area is calling for sunshine and temperatures in the 20-degree range. Another exciting season of Market Square returns to downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Market Square, every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Proudly presented by the City of Swift Current and Standard Motors, along with Innovation Credit Union and Southwest TV News. A full slate of candidates are running in this fall's Swift Current Municipal Election. And in this report, we meet some of the new faces on the ballot. The 2016 Swift Current Municipal Election is heating up, as a total of 18 candidates are vying for 6 spots on City Council. Meanwhile, 3 candidates are vying for the job of mayor. Among the 18 candidates for City Councilor are incumbents Ryan Plewis, Ron Tolles, Pat Friesen, and George Bowditch, with 14 individuals who are either new to the process or have previous council experience. And today we'll shine the spotlight on 4 of those candidates. Lance Bowman is a well-known entrepreneur in Swift Current through his hair salon First Step, located in the downtown core. And after giving it serious consideration, Bowman feels he's an ideal candidate for council.
Well, I've been a resident now here most of my life. I've been a business owner for 33 years. I know what it's like to take a risk with your own money, and I know that as long as you work hard and you're committed and you have a little bit of foresight, the reward in the end is success. And I think the same thing applies to the city. Like I said before, you need to plan for the future, but you also have to live for today and give the people that are living now the opportunity to grow and to succeed, especially in their businesses and residents, and don't punish them for trying to do better.
Bowman further adds that if elected, there's a few key areas of concern he'd like some answers to.
I don't believe the city should be bankrolling any private businesses. The city's job is not to be a bank for a private business. I mean, any private business would like to have a deal that some of us have gotten. And, you can't put the public money in jeopardy for a select few.
Our next candidate in the spotlight is John Parker. John Parker is well known throughout the Southwest with his role as General Manager of Community Futures Southwest. Having lived in Swift Current for the past 12 years, Parker is involved with the Downtown Revitalization Committee, is the current chair of Tourism Swift Current, and past chair of the Saskatchewan Economic Development Association, experience which Parker hopes to bring to City Council.
So I've been involved in business development and community development for 27 years. And I think I saw this as a real opportunity to get involved and be part of the momentum of watching the city grow and doing so in a positive manner so that we can in fact create a place that it's a great place to live, work, and play.
Parker further adds that Swift Current already has a solid base to work from, and he hopes to keep up the positive momentum.
I'm a big supporter, of course, of the Safe Place Initiative and working with youth and providing them with an opportunity to see that this is a place where they can, in fact, grow and have business and stay at home. And working with the business community and watching communities grow in the Southwest. Because if they're successful in the smaller communities in the Southwest, that's a direct impact on how we grow as a city.
Our next candidate in the spotlight is Mark Benesh. Mark Benesh is into his 4th year as Superintendent of Schools for the Chinook School Division and has lived in Swift Current for 3 years after previously residing in Shaunavon, where he was principal of the high school for 17 years and served 4 terms on Shaunavon Town Council, and would now like to represent the residents of Swift Current.
Well, I've always been interested in politics, municipal governments. As I said, I was part of Shaunavon Town Council for 4 terms, and I'm just interested. I've always been someone who wanted to lead, be involved. I just believe we can work with people to do good things, and so I believe in good governance. I believe I have a strong administrative and political background, and I think I can help serve and solve problems and look forward, because I really believe in being proactive, looking forward, than being reactive, because then we're not really solving people's problems.
Benesh further sees the benefits of Swift Current working together with communities in the region and would like to see this concept expand into the future.
Swift Current benefits greatly from the Southwest and being kind of the center of that. And our businesses thrive because of that, because it is the center. A lot of people come in, shop, do those things. And so I think we have to embrace that, because we can serve and have those really positive ties with the other cities, towns, RMs. And I think it's a very proactive to do that, because we're greater together.
Our next candidate in today's spotlight is Don Robinson. John Robinson is a pharmacist and manager of the Rexall drugstore. Having lived in Swift Current for 43 years, Robinson is no stranger to civic politics. He sat on City Council for 1 term between 1994 and 97, and ran for the position of mayor in the 2006 and 2009 elections. Now in 2016, his name will once again be on the ballot, with several key points in his campaign.
First of all, our taxation. The last number of years we've had huge double-digit increases in taxes. That's not sustainable, and that has to stop. I'd like to see tax increases more in the range of inflation numbers, whether it's 2% or those sorts of numbers. I think anything more than that is more than the public can handle. I'd also like to have the 6% automatic tax increase that bylaw that council passed, giving you 6% every year that goes towards paying down the debt. I'd like to see that addressed. I would be asking to have it repealed, and I'm not against paying the debt down. I've called for that for years.
Robinson adds that it's his love for Swift Current that continues to keep him interested in local politics, as he wants more businesses and families to move to the city.
The only way our population is going to grow is to have some jobs here. People don't move here just because it's Swift Current. They move here if they have a job. And so we have to go out and work really hard to try and bring in some new industry, bring in some jobs, some well-paying jobs that bring people here that can afford to buy houses, and increase our population that way. Just saying we're going to increase our population to 25,000 by 25, that's easy to say, but where are the jobs?
Election Day is October 26th. And in upcoming episodes, Southwest TV News will continue to profile other candidates running in this fall's city election.
Do you blame yourself? You can't think. You can't believe it's actually happened.
Keep your children's vaccinations up to date. An important message from health officials, and one which parents and caregivers should not ignore. Another school year is underway across the province, and along with ensuring that students have all of the supplies they need for class, parents are being reminded to ensure their children's vaccinations are up to date.
And children mingle a lot, and that's a time when diseases can spread so easily, so it's really important to protect your children and yourselves against the various diseases that we have vaccines for, and that can spread quite easily, very fast, especially in school settings, and that can be quite serious with serious effects.
Dr. Tor adds that a recent increase in whooping cough cases across the province is further indicating that many children are not up to date on their vaccinations, as vaccinations are offered from age 2 for a range of illnesses, with booster shots scheduled at kindergarten age and through the teen years. And for any parents or caregivers still sitting on the fence with concerns over vaccines, Dr. Tor suggests you get your facts straight.
Let's have a chat. Let's talk about it, and we can, give you good advice on it. And certainly it is useful to have your vaccinations. It is protective and it is safe. And we can give all that information because sometimes you find there's too much information on the internet. You don't know which is true, which is not true. So get information from reliable people, and they can help you make a good decision.
All routine vaccinations for children and adults, including the influenza vaccine, are all offered free of charge. More information on vaccinations are available online through Saskatchewan Health or from your public health office.
In the town before, there was 2 different clinics working out of 2 different separate buildings. So having that all under one roof, it's all a benefit to the patient.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at southwesttvnews.com. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.